a alternative method to the AdSense. Currently, if somebody goes to Facebook, they see one of our ads, they'll scroll down, they'll see the URL, they'll see the item number, they'll go to the website. About 10 or 12% will click an ad up here, which we make money off of. The rest will click on this link, which will take you over to this page, and it lists the locations of each lot. So if you click on one, say in Phoenix, pull vehicle up. So about 90% of the users that come to the website, we don't make money on. They find the cars, they go to Copart, and they determine if they want to buy the car. The problem is most of our buyers that are end user consumers, they have to pay a huge fee just to get to bid, and they have to go through a broker. Even if it's a item that does not require a license, you still have to pay a large deposit. Most of the time, security deposit's $400, and then the $250 transaction fee. So the average user is going to have to pay $400 up front just for the opportunity to actually bid on one of the cars. You got to think they sell roughly 100,000 cars a week, but there's probably 5 million bids that are placed that are losing bids. If we go to auctions, you can see most of the vehicles have got a starting bid on them. That's where people have pre-bid on them. So most of the bids, an average car may have 35 people bid on it, but only one winner. So what the alternative method we looked at was to try to make money off of the actual 34 people that don't win the bid. As you can see, this one's being auctioned off in Texas. So basically what we wanted to do was be able to give end user consumers, because these car dealers don't care to pay a $400 deposit because they're buying stuff all the time. But we wanted to be able to allow a consumer to come here, find an ad, or find a vehicle they like, and place a bid without having to spend a bunch of money up front. So the model we came up with would be to charge somebody $1 per bid, or 50 cents a bid, or whatever you wanted to charge. But you want to charge something cheap enough to where if somebody sees 10 vehicles they want to place a bid on, if you're charging $5 a bid, they're not going to pay $50 just to place a bid. But basically, we would use our license. We can log in here and actually place a bid ourselves. And we could automate that process, but you can see here we bid on a lot of vehicles. We're bidding on some now. We've been outbid on one. We've got 3 that we're bidding on today, which one's a travel trailer and some other stuff. But basically, we would charge $1 for each time somebody comes to the site and wanted to place a bid. Instead of having just to depend on the ad clicks, we would actually place a bid for someone to keep them from having to pay that $400 deposit. You do the math on it. If you're doing this in 140 different locations, if you're getting 3 to 5 bids a day, that's $800 to $1,000 a day in income you've got coming in just by placing bids, and that's something we can automate. And it's also something that's direct cash flow, meaning we're getting paid daily for that. We're not having to wait a month before we get paid from AdSense. So that's an alternative method. There's obviously some details that have to be worked out with that, but that's something that if you were doing that, instead of sending somebody to a page like this that basically has no cars, right now we're basically hoping they click on one of these ads. So we don't want them to come directly and find the vehicles. We want it to be a little more difficult to find the vehicles, so they'll click on something. It would change the business model a lot. The ads that you run on Facebook would actually have a lot more details and a lot more photos and a link that would send them directly to that car so they could get plenty of information on that car and hopefully actually want to place a bid on that vehicle. Instead, now we kind of make it hard to find the cars just so they'll click, but we want to make it easy for them to find the cars and actually encourage them to want to purchase that vehicle. If you have any questions, just let me know.